Sitting next to me is the youngest person ever to win the Melbourne International Comedy Festival's Raw competition, and he's landed himself a regular gig on TV these days too. I get the feeling he's really can't quite work out what the hell's going on, how all this stuff has been happening, but he's happy to go along for the ride. Why wouldn't you? This guy's Josh Thomas, and he's in town on his surprise tour.
Hello, how's it going?
All right,
good?
Josh, thanks for coming to our cafe.
Oh, thanks for having me in your cafe.
It's a real surprise, actually, because we spoke last week, and somehow, I guess inadvertently, I asked you out on a date.
Yeah, well, you said, do you want to come and talk to me in the cafe, but you didn't really mention that it was like a radio interview, there's other people there, and I was like, well, I suppose I could do that.
Just come, have a coffee, just chat. Yeah.
Friendly, it's very friendly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Friendly perf, I suppose.
That's right. And I'm surprised that you accepted, because, dates haven't always gone that well for me.
Why? What happens?
Oh, I don't know.
Bad at them?
Huh?
I've gotten better at them.
Yeah.
I used to be really bad at them, but I've gotten better. I think the key is to not care if they hate you.
Is that right?
Because I spent a lot of time thinking they're going to hate, just thinking the whole time that they hated me.
Sure.
And then I moved on and went, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Is it right? Because but isn't that the whole point of a date? You want to develop a loving kind of relationship?
Yeah. But if I just spent the whole time, like the only thought that was going through my mind was like, oh, you hate me. That's unhealthy.
It is unhealthy.
It's unhealthy.
I think people quite like you, actually.
Well, I don't know. It's not for me to decide.
No, I suppose not.
Yeah.
No. I guess because this whole tour that brings you here kind of dances around with your sexuality.
Yeah.
And so you might have probably spent a lot of time dating the wrong gender for a while.
I dated girls, so there was a bit of me. I was like, oh, they hate me and I hate their genitals at the same time. So it was like it's never going to work out.
They're actually really quite nice when you get to know them.
Girls?
Genitals.
Oh, no, yeah. We don't need to, but
We don't need to go.
Banged heaps of bitches, whatever. I don't need to worry. Don't worry about it. I don't want to brag.
I know. I read your tweets.
You read my tweets?
Yeah, sure. I'll bang this bitch and I'll bang that bitch.
Yeah. Just what are you doing today? Just doing bitches. That's what I say. We should stop using the word bitches.
We should, really. We probably shouldn't have used it.
It's probably offensive. But, whatever. Chill out. Yeah. Women, huh?
But the show was written about your relationship with a fella who's probably just winding up his radio show round about now.
Yeah.
And that's all over now.
Yeah.
I hope it was a nice time and it's not hurtful to bring it up. But
well, the breakup wasn't a nice time, but it's not helpful. I broke up with him. I'm the winner.
Oh, good.
It's okay. We can talk about it as much as you like. Don't mention it to him, though.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. But now, how does the show still survive if it was all about your loving?
Well, it used to be about my boyfriend, and now it's about my ex-boyfriend. So I just say things like when we were together. Oh. It's past tense. That's the difference. Oh. I think it'll work. Who knows? Sorry if it doesn't. But my dog's here. He's in the show. I brought my dog with me, John. Really? Yeah. That's going to be good. So no matter what happens, my dog will be there. That'll be a lovely bit of the show. I do think because we flew here yesterday because that's the only appropriate option. And I read before I flew my dog that because they're alone and they get scanned in the
hold.
Yeah. That a good thing to do is to put like a pair of dirty underwear in with them, right? Because they like to smell you, right?
Oh, your underwear?
Yeah, mine. Because they like to smell you, it makes them comfortable. They feel more comfortable apparently.
Really?
And then my tour producer Georgia, who's over there, she's great. Everyone applause for Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, great. Yeah, she's lovely. And she thinks that's really weird.
Well, it does seem.
But I see why she thinks it's weird. But I just said that it makes my dog happy. So I thought, well, if it makes him happy, then I'll do it. It's not a big deal.
No, that's right. You want to make your dog happy.
I want him to be happy.
But is this does it work for anybody? Any dog? Or
dogs apparently. But then she said, how do you know that? Because you don't know what dogs are thinking. So now I'm worried that my poor dog John has just been sitting in this crate for like 4 hours going, why did you put me in here with your underwear, you freak? What? It stinks. I don't want to smell your balls for 4 hours. That's what I'm worried that John's thinking. But the internet told me that it was the right thing to do.
They tell us many things, though, doesn't it, the internet?
Yeah.
And has John already had this experience and relationship with your testicles?
No, apparently they just like to smell you. It just makes them happy, and I want them to be happy. And I feel a bit weird about this, but I'll put that aside to make John happy, which is I thought a nice thing to do until it was pointed out to me that I don't know what makes John happy, and maybe I just forced him to sit in a box with my underwear.
With your underwear. Well, I'm sure he'll make his feelings known next time you see him.
Would you do it? Do you have a dog?
I don't. Not these days.
Not these days? Oh, that's a sad story.
You know what happens to them. Roads, dogs.
Did you get run over?
It was a while ago. It's cool. Shorty boy, his name was. He was beautiful. You shouldn't have, really.
What type of dog?
He's a border Kelpie cross.
Really?
Bought a Kelpie, Staffy Kelpie cross. He was beautiful, but it was a busy road and it was a stormy night, you know.
Yeah, it's terrifying. My dog pissed on Georgia this morning in the... My dog, I just tried to change the subject. In the bathroom. Usually he's quite good.
In the bathroom?
Usually he's quite good, and then we woke up, and then he ran out of my bathroom into her bathroom, because we have 2 bathrooms, it's show business, and then he pissed on her feet. How about that? And I mean, she already hates him, because she has to book, like, flights and accommodation for him everywhere we go for, like, no reason, and then he goes and pisses on her.
Is that right? You insist on,
Pardon?
You insist on taking your dog every
Well, he's in the show.
Ah.
So, you know.
I think he has a crap on the Octagon stage.
No, it doesn't crap. What?
Well, they do. Dogs.
I mean, he has crapped on stage before, but not during a show. But I don't understand though, because like the last 5 minutes has made it sound like he's not toilet trained, but he's good. Like he knows. Anyway, he's a good dog, and he's in the show, and that'll be fun.
The Octagon Theatre tonight, tomorrow night, Sunday night. Surprise!
Yeah.
It's Josh Thomas. Thanks for being me. I got to go. But I really appreciate you hanging out.
I think this...
I wore a cardigan just for you.
Oh, I wore a cardigan, but also for me.
Yeah.
Great.
Congratulations on being Josh Thomas and being on breakfast this morning, everybody.
I love you.
That's the hair and the cardies and the Josh Thomas. On Rtrfm 92.1.